Welcome to OnScreen English with Steve Marshall. Lesson 23 is on mixed conditionals. The most common way to mix conditionals is to mix second and third conditionals. Number 1, if I didn't have an interview today, I would have gone out last night. 2, if I hadn't robbed the bank, I wouldn't be in prison now. What's the time idea? Past, present, or future? Sentence 1 goes from present to past, sentence 2 from past to present. And the concept, is it a real possibility? The answer is no. 1 and 2 combine impossible past and imaginary present. Sentence 1 begins with a second conditional, imaginary present, if I didn't have an interview today, and it finishes with I would have gone out last night. Third conditional, impossible past. Sentence 2 begins with a third conditional, impossible past, if I hadn't robbed the bank. And it ends with a second conditional, imaginary present, I wouldn't be in prison now. To see more on second and third conditionals, see OnScreen English Lesson 21 and Lesson 22. Let's look at the form for mixed conditionals. We'll look at the two sentences we've already been studying. Sentence 1. The if clause uses a second conditional with the past simple and present time, if I didn't have an interview today. The main clause uses the third conditional, would have plus past participle, past time. I would have gone out last night. And sentence 2. The if clause uses the third conditional and the past perfect with past time, if I hadn't robbed the bank. And the main clause uses a second conditional, would plus infinitive and present time. I wouldn't be in prison now. Let's do the task for mixing second and third conditionals. Join together the if clauses and main clauses below to form mixed conditionals. Here are the answers. Number 1. If I hadn't crashed my car last year, my car insurance would be lower. 2. If you weren't so busy with work, you could have gone on holiday. 3. If I were stronger, I wouldn't have dropped the TV. And 4, if you had studied harder at school, you might be at Harvard now. Let's look at the lesson summary. When do you use mixed conditionals? Usually to combine the second conditional, imaginary present, and the third conditional, impossible past. If you have the second, then third conditional, you would begin with the imaginary present. For example, if I didn't have an interview today, and the second part of the sentence would be impossible past. I would have gone out last night. Third then second, if I hadn't robbed the bank, is impossible past. I wouldn't be in prison now, imaginary present. Thank you, that's all for now. If you'd like to see the related videos, OnScreen English Lesson 21, second conditional, and OnScreen English Lesson 22, third conditional, just click on the links.